This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what up? Oh, man, that is loud. Happy Tuesday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice. Where you have it repaired, choose Capital Collision Center. Hanging out today in the Major Mortgage Man Cave, and coming up, we are going to talk a lot of football, as we'll be joined by Billings West head football coach Rob Stanton. We'll also talk, about his matchup with Helena High coming up Friday night down in the Magic City. We'll also talk with Jefferson coach Clint Lang here in a few minutes, get his thoughts on playing at Florence-Carlton. And where's he going to be tomorrow? Well, no, tomorrow. He'll be at practice. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday. What about Thursday? What's his schedule for the weekend? You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean and Network One Sports. And go to jasonwalkershow.com at any time. Our Twitter handle, @JWalkerSports. Our email, jason@jasonwalkershow.com. And our phone number is 406-209-1267 if you'd like to weigh in on anything. Also, your Montana Rodeo Roundup coming up as well. All right. So we're going to, okay. I got to get something off my chest to get started here. So today, the NCAA Division I basketball season started. Bobcat men played down at Colorado tonight, I think tonight. Bobcat women earlier today, they're 1-0. They beat Carroll it was an exhibition for the Carroll women, so it's 69-60. The Montana men and women are in action tonight as well. Duke, Kentucky. I mean, the big names get started. And everybody on Twitter's, college basketball starts today. No, it doesn't. College basketball started last month in October because the NAIA started. Regular season games, the NAIA started. That's real basketball. That's real college basketball, John Rothstein or Andy Staples. It really is real basketball in the NAIA. And, last year, the Carroll women, the year before, almost knocked off the Lady Grizz in overtime, by the way. They lost by 4. Almost beat the Cats on the road today. By the way, Rocky and MSU Billings, which is a NCAA division school, Division II, they got started a couple of weeks ago. They played. So college basketball has been underway for a while. Let's not forget the NAI, okay? It's real. It's college. It's basketball. It's real college basketball. Let's not forget that. It's been I don't know, what do you call it, a pet peeve? Something like that? Now, 9 years ago, I never would have felt that way until I actually started covering the NAI in the Frontier Conference. It's good basketball. It's fun. Good athletes, good kids, good everything. It's fun. So there's that. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. It appears, and we'll find out, I think Sunday night for sure, but it appears that College Game Day is going to be coming to Missoula for the Cat Grizz game. And this is based off of some tweets today. The Big Sky Conference, the Montana, Grizz football website. You've had Jeff Ament from Pearl Jam, basically a lot of people on social media, which has been fun to watch. Hashtag #GrizzOnGameDay. And so today the Big Sky said something like whatever, and then College Game Day actually retweeted the Big Skies, and it was, hey, this, good job. Well done, something like that. Hand claps, emojis. I think it's going to happen. I think College Game Day is going to be in Missoula next weekend, which means if I'm not calling a state championship football game, I'll be there as well. Yeah, I know. I'm going to go to my first game at Washington Grizzly Stadium, possibly on the 20th. Possibly. We'll see. That's if I'm not calling a football game for state championships, which I could. You never know. I'll let you know next week. I think that's when I find out. There's going to be 5 of them. Let's see here. By the way, if you missed the Jason Walker Show, you can also go to jasonwalkershow.com, but you can do like Sherry does. You can set a reminder that says, notify me when the Jason Walker Show is live. She says, go Bengals, go Panthers. We're going to talk about the Bengals and the Panthers today. A little bit later on, we'll talk to Rob Stanton, the West coach. Scott Evans joins me tomorrow, Helena High coach. That's so funny. I texted Coach today, Coach Evans. Normally on Tuesdays throughout the football season was when we talked to Kyle Mihelish of Capital. Well, Capital lost out to West last week, so not talking to Coach Evans. So I texted Coach, or not talking to Mihelish, I texted Coach Evans and said, hey, can we move it to today? And he said, bro, you're ruining our mojo. And I'm like, all right, I forgot you're kind of superstitious. Well, he's not really he's just obsessive about, like, he's already got certain things set in his calendar. So Wednesdays, 2:30, locked in, him and I talking all football season. So we'll talk to Coach Evans tomorrow, not today. Also tomorrow, Alex Eshelman will talk. And we'll have predictions as well. Not here Thursday, Friday, or Monday on a secretive trip that's going to be fantastic. I can't say anything yet, but it's going to be fun. And it'll be super awesome. But I can't say anything. Speaking of secretive, it's no secret that the Jefferson Panthers are a pretty good football team this year. Started off 2-0, lost 2 in the middle of this season, followed to 2-2, and since then I've reeled off 7 or 8 straight wins. Pretty good. They've had to do it with changing quarterbacks. They've had to do it with lots of injuries. And to chat about it now, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, and to talk about hunting season, volleyball, and his football team, is the head coach of the Jefferson Panthers. And I think he's going to talk a little bit about his matchup with Florence-Carlton coming up Saturday as well. Here's the head coach, Clint Lang, joining us now on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach. We were just talking, but it's been a long time no talk. You're a busy dude with all the kids, all the sports, everything going on down there at Jefferson. How you holding up?
I'm doing good. It's been fun. Right now with how well the volleyball teams has been doing and how well we're doing, it's pretty exciting down here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff going on. You guys have the semifinals. Volleyball's down at the state tournament this weekend, and I know you're going to be probably going back and forth a little bit, but we'll talk about that here in a second. But a lot of great excitement at the school in general. It's a good place to be in Boulder right now.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of excitement throughout the school. It's fun to be here, and things are going well.
We're talking with Clint Lang, the Jefferson High football coach. You guys have had a nice season, and I picked you guys to win most every time in my pick'em. So thank you for that, because you made me look somewhat smart. You've had 4 different guys play quarterback. 2 different guys really play quarterback, but it's been a position that has seen some change, but you got to be happy with how it's progressed.
Yeah, the way we lost Braden in the regular season, that was a heartbreaker, in the Townsend game, the last play of the game, the ball's in the air, horn goes off, collision in the end zone, and he gets caught underneath the guy coming down and breaks his ankle. And, that was a heartbreaker. Because he's a kid that has put so much time in to becoming a good football player and in the weight room and everything he does. And he was having his best season of his career. And I just feel bad for the kid because it's something he had worked so hard for, and not getting to play in the state playoffs was a heartbreaker for him, you know. So, you know, that was a tough one to end the regular season on. But, you know, so then we, as coaches, we came in on Sunday night that week, and we decided to kind of go with the two-guy system, and freshman Luke Oxart and then junior Zach Zodi. I mean, they kind of different players on certain things they can do, and you know, they lacked experience coming into the playoffs, other than, you know, they played some fourth quarters and blowout games, but as far as meaningful minutes had gone, you know, not a lot of that. So, you know, I mean, but they stepped up. Other kids have rallied. Our defense is flying around, playing really good, and you know, we got some momentum going right now.
You've had a really good offense this year, Coach. Why is that?
We just got a lot of speed and a lot of playmakers, and then our line, we're not huge, but we got some. But we got guys that are decent size and they move well. So, you know, we can do a lot of things with those guys as far as pulling in the run game and stuff like that. And I mean, we have a lot of good skill guys, and we have multiple, you know, running backs that can run the ball.
It's nice to talk to you when you're in the playoffs, because instead of a couple years ago having you dissect the playoffs, but you get to actually be in them. It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
I know you're a happier dude right now than you were a couple years ago.
Yeah. It's better to be in them. You know, I mean, you know, last year, you know, we didn't make it. The year before, we lost in the first round to Malta. But yeah, it's a lot better feeling when you're winning. I mean, football's fun, and winning makes it more fun.
We're talking with Clint Lang on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. He is the head coach of the Jefferson Panthers, who play in the semifinals this week. You did lose 2 games in a row in the middle of the season, or early on, with Big Fork and Columbus. 2 tough games for sure. Big Fork's still alive. But what did those 2 losses teach, and the way you guys bounce back, teach you about the team?
You know, the game at Big Fork, we actually walked out of there with some confidence, because I mean, they're a really good team, and they are the biggest team I've ever seen in Class B as far as their front line goes, on their O-line and their D-line. I mean, I think their O-line and D-line would rival the size of Frontier Conference teams, to be honest with you. Wow. But, you know, that game came down, you know, we scored at the end. We went for 2 to win it on the road, and we didn't get it, you know, lost by 1 point. And then the next week when we come back and play Columbus, well, we didn't have Dylan Root that game, our tailback, and one of our linebackers, because he got banged up in the Big Fork game. So that kind of hurt us. And then it was homecoming week, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I don't know. I don't know too many head coaches that like playing good opponents on homecoming week, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why in college they schedule usually easy ones, which makes it better. But let's talk about a couple like that. You mentioned Dylan Root, and he's had a really nice season. Tyler Harrington's had a good season as well. That offensive, like you said, the offense has been really good, and it starts up front, as you always say. But tell me about those 2 guys with Root and Harrington.
Yeah, Dylan Root, he runs hard. He's got good speed, and he has really good vision. I think that's what stands out a lot with him, is he sees holes and makes cuts, and his vision is outstanding. And then when it's time to lower the pads and run hard, he's very good at that too. You know, and then Tyler Harrington is one of our defensive back wide receivers. Not a real big kid, but just a tough kid. You know, has a savvy kid that, you know, he's not afraid to mix it up, and he's a real competitive kid. And then, you know, Tom Meyer on the other side is another receiver, DB, that's had a real good year. I mean, you know, those 2 guys have played well, and we've overcome some adversity with some injuries. We did get 1 kid, you know, back last week that was able to play, and I think he's good to go this week. And Joey Visser, who's been dealing with the nagging injury all year, so that's good to have him back too.
And of course, when you got the Oxarts out there on both sides of the ball, it's pretty good too, right?
Yeah, those kids are tough kids. I mean, you know, we have the junior that, you know, Jace, who plays linebacker, running back, and the freshman he's played running back, receiver, and now quarterback throughout the year. He's also our kick returner, who's averaged 45 yards a kick return as a freshman. So yeah, it's nice to have those two kids.
Clint Lang, our guest here, the Jefferson Panther coach. You know, I got your Panther helmet. You're the only one from Class B, I think, of a helmet that I have in the studio here. So just saying.
Oh, really?
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
I did not get Townsend's yet, so Coach Rao never got me one.
Oh, you have to get on him about that.
I know. Okay, let's talk about your opponent. You're at Florence-Carlton. They're the number one team. But this is a team that has played, you know, not everything is tight, but this is a really good football team that you actually have a lot of experience against because you guys have played a lot in the non-conference portion of the season, usually at first or second game of the year the last few years. But tell me about Florence-Carlton.
They're really good. I mean, we are everybody in Class B, like when you go to camps throughout the summer, talking with other coaches. I mean, when we talked about who's going to be good, they were always at the top of the list as far as, you know, talking to other coaches. And I knew they were going to be good because they were in the semifinals last year, lost in overtime, I believe, to Fairfield. And they were mostly all juniors. And then the sophomore kid who's a junior now that plays quarterback, I mean, they're all back. And then, you know, one of their big play guys we actually played against as a freshman when we played them, you know, back in the non-conference a few years ago. So, I mean, they're good. They got a big kid on the line who's committed to the Cats that plays nose guard, offensive tackle. They got a lot of team speed. They're real aggressive. They have a lot of experience. And the quarterback's the real deal. The Duchesne kid, about 6'2", 6'3". He can really sling it, and he's also a real threat in the run game too.
Yeah, I mean, you look at his stats. He's passed for almost 2,200 yards, and that's not bad. He's also rushes about 56 yards a game. So, how do you defend something like that?
Yeah, you got to honor him in the run game. There's no doubt. I mean, he throws the ball really well. He's real athletic. He moves good. But you have to honor him in the run game or he'll burn you. So you got to, you know, your linebackers got to be aware of that. You know, they're responsible for the run game. Our secondary's got to take care of their receivers. And, you know, we got to play our A game. There's no doubt. And hopefully we can get some breaks with the turnover or two, you know, maybe possess the ball a little bit, keep it out of their hands. I mean, we're going to have to play mistake-free football and play probably our best game of the year, to be honest with you.
So, Coach Lang from Jefferson, do you, as who we're talking with, do you spy on Duchesne? And then, I mean, the problem is you have 4 receivers for Florence-Carlton that have over 20 catches. I mean, this isn't just a 2-guy team. They spread it around pretty good too.
Yeah, and they got good running backs too. The Payette kid's a good running back, and then the Mackey kid will run the ball some. I don't think you can focus on one guy. I just think, you know, the way we play our defense, you know, our middle linebackers are pretty good. You know, with Jay Ganger and Caleb Smartnick, you know, they'll kind of be, you know, have a lot of responsibility with Duchesne in the run game. And, you know, Dylan Root and Oxnard are our outside backers. I mean, obviously we're going to be prepared for what they do, but I don't think you can't just key on one guy. If you just key on one guy, the other guys are going to beat you. So you got to stay honest, and we have to fly around and play sound football and tackle well, which thankfully we're pretty good at. I mean, our varsity defense has given up 71 points on the year. Wow. We've given up it's like right in the 70s, 71, I think it is, because you know, we've given up like a little over 90 total, but 3 touchdowns came in the fourth quarter when those guys are out of the game in games that have been blowouts. So, and we haven't been scored on in the playoffs yet. Now this is going to be a little higher, or actually a lot higher level of caliber of an opponent this week. But I think we got confidence. We're good on defense, and we have to do what we do and stay sound and give it our best shot.
Final question for you. What happened to Eastern Oregon?
You know, to be honest with you, Jason, I haven't. I check the scores a little bit now and then, and I know they're kind of on a bad streak, and I know they lost at Northern, but I haven't followed it like real closely this year because I've been so busy trying to watch my daughters play volleyball and then coach football. I'm really kind of out of the loop on a lot of the Frontier stuff this year in certain aspects.
Yeah, they've lost 6 in a row. That's not good. I like
6 in a row.
6 in a row they've lost. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I knew they lost the game at Northern, and I think they started off pretty good, but I've actually lost track. I had no idea it was 6 in a row, though. That's not good.
No, it's not. The last game of the year this year was Southern Oregon at LeGrand. Before I let you go, so you're going to be in Bozeman Thursday, maybe Friday morning, and then you head over to play Florence-Carlton Friday night, and then hustle back to Bozeman Saturday for. No, you guys play Saturday, right?
Yeah, we play Saturday.
Yeah,
right now, my schedule, I'm gonna be at the 10 o'clock game of the girls volleyball game against Shoto, and honestly, as far as live goes, that might be the only one I can make, and kind of hopefully it is, because if they win, they don't play till Thursday evening, which I'll have to have practice,
right?
And then if they win that, they won't play till Friday late. So hopefully, I mean, if I'm only able to watch the first one live, that's probably a good thing, because that means they're winning. Because if I'm able to watch the one Friday morning, that would mean it would be a loser bracket game.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. So, and then Saturday, I won't be able to watch. So,
well, that's.
I mean, but like I do keep up. Like I know when we went to Red Lodge in the district tournament, and then last week at the divisional tournament, I was able to watch most of the games, not all of them, but most of them on the NFHS thing.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the Saturday games last week, obviously because our playoff game, but I'm trying to keep up as good as possible, if I know that.
Well, hey, you're a good coach, you're a good teacher, you're a good dad, you're a better dad than all of that. You have to be, and you are. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you get the win, because I know you like to go hunting, but if you keep winning, you're not going to be going hunting a whole lot. So keep winning.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Montana is you got that whole Thanksgiving week to hunt, though, and
that is true.
And so if I only get to hunt Thanksgiving week, I'm a happy guy.
There you go. Hey, Coach, appreciate the time. Let's talk next week after you beat Florence-Carlton. How's that?
All right, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
That is Jefferson coach Clint Lang joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Big game Saturday. Jefferson at Florence-Carlton. You got the Jefferson volleyball team down in Bozeman starting Thursday. If the Panthers win their first round matchup on Thursday morning, and Townsend wins, it'll be an Elkhorn rivalry in volleyball that night. It'll be a big one. So there you go. But you got to win the first ones first. Speaking of winning the first ones first, Billings West played its first playoff game last week and got past Capital. This week they get Helena High. And we'll talk to head coach Rob Stanton when we come back here on the Jason Walker Show about his team and about their chances. And what does Isaiah Clonch and Caden Hewitt have in common as a quarterback? We'll find out next. Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says that your vehicle is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle, and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Fall is officially here, and now's the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Tuesday, Jason Walker Show. Talk to Rob Stanton coming up in just a couple of minutes, the Billings West football coach. Get his thoughts on beating Capital and now hosting Helena High. Semifinals this week, AA. Thought I fixed this microphone thing yesterday. Anyway, also on this day in history, Montana Rodeo Roundup is coming up and much more. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. All right. Huge games coming up in all the classes of football this weekend. It is semifinal weekend. And one of those games will be in Missoula. Sentinel hosts Glacier. Dane Oliver and Grady Bennett going at it. The other semifinal in the AA will be down in the Magic City, as Billings West will host Helena High. And talking about it now is Golden Bears coach Rob Stanton, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining me. It's been a while since I talked with you. I think it was in June down in Billings. And by the way, that Billings West helmet is the only one that a Billings school donated to the Man Cave, and you're the only Billings school left alive in the playoffs in the AA.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
I know, right?
It's karma, correct?
I think so.
And I'll have another one for you next year. So let me know.
Ooh, I like that. That's awesome. Hey, how's your fall been? Not too shabby.
It's not too shabby at all. So we're still playing football in late November, so you can't ask for anything more than that. And our kids are pretty dang excited right now. We've had a good year, and we look forward to playing a pretty talented, well, actually a very talented Helena High football team on Friday. But it's been fun, and it's been fun to be around the kids. They just do a great job, and they're just awesome people, and can't say enough about them.
Well, we're going to talk a lot about him here on this on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline as we talk to Rob Stanton, the Westside football coach. It all starts with the quarterback, and you got names, you've got Clunch, you've got the Dowlers, you've got just Bergeson. I mean, you've got all sorts of names on that offense, and yet they still act as a team, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is, and they're very, very, very unselfish. And like last Friday, the Dowlers, all the wide receivers, they were going off, and they're so happy for Mikey DeLeon, who ran for 300 yards, and they were saying even before the game that they want Mikey to have the ball. So there's not many receivers in the world that say, give it to the running back. And they were actually telling us that on Wednesday, let's feed Mikey. We think we can run the ball on these guys. And just a great group of kids. And, the Dowlers always get a lot of attention, and Isaiah, Michael DeLeon had a pretty fascinating game on Friday night too.
Oh, well, how cool was it to sit there and watch? I mean, he had 305 yards.
The last time, and I told the kids after the game, the last time I saw that was my brother Jim. I think it was Baker against the Wolf Points, like in 1982 or 1983 in a snow game. So that's the last time I saw live somebody go for 300 plus yards. And I'm also coaching the running back, so I took zero credit, and I said, when Michael leaves, I'll not be as good a running back coach. It's just great. He's a quiet kid. He's very humble. Everything he says is credit to the offensive lineman, and he's just a tough, hard-nosed, doesn't say a word kid, and smiles after the game, and just he deserved. He earned that game on Friday night.
It was pretty cool for sure. And it's not like that was his breakout game. I mean, the kid's averaging 140 yards a game and has over 500 yards a game. So it's not like he was a quiet secret that people didn't know about, right?
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams want to stop Taco Valor. And, there's reasons why, because he's so dang explosive. And, Taco's got a lot of double coverage. He's bracketed this year, and it's really opened up a lot of lanes for Mikey. And our offensive line, they love to run the ball too. So, he's definitely not a secret now. And, we knew coming into the year, we always worry about a backup running back, but we've limited it as, early on in the season, we tried to not give him 20 carries, just anticipation that he's going to be carrying the ball more in the playoffs. So we limited that as much as we possibly could. And there were some games where he had 11 carries or 12 carries or 13, and, he wasn't complaining. And we said the plan was, playoffs should probably have a lot more. So,
that's impressive. West High football coach Rob Stanton, our guest Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline, here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, so we know about your offense. Last week, though, you guys fall 14-0, fall down 14-0. Was there panic? What was the mindset when you guys are trailing the Bruins? After giving up 14 quick points.
It wasn't panic. It was focus. And since we have a team that has been playing together for 3 years, most of our seniors have, the back end, the Dowlers, they've been starting for 3 years. So there was no panic at all. There was maybe a little more focus. That bye week is good to get healthy. It's good to go back to fundamentals, but you don't see that speed that you saw the week before. And Helen came out with a good scheme, and they hit us on a couple posts that was game speed, and we haven't seen that for a little bit. So we didn't. I guess part of the kids were not panicking, and when we got ahead just about the time you think you could put them away, credit to Helena Capital, because they're a well-coached team and they kept fighting and made us play. We played a 4-quarter game. It was just a fun experience for our kids. But I never heard one person or never looked at one person and saw panic. So it was fun, and we were ready to go.
Well, experience definitely helps in those games like that, for sure. As we talk with Golden Bears coach Rob Stanton. All right, you got the other Helena school. You got Helena High coming to town this weekend. You get them both at home, which is probably a good thing for you guys. But this is a different team. They've got a much more experienced quarterback, although Joey Michelotti for Capital really came into his own. But Caden Hewitt's, 4-year starter, 3-year starter. The kids go, he's committed to the Grizz, as is a bunch of those guys, including Chase McGurran, the wide receiver, who he's hooked up with a bunch. This is a different offense that you're going to face this week. What do you expect?
A lot of powerful and a lot of speed out there. And like Caden Hewitt, he's been starting for 3 years, and he's got a hose. He has a cannon, and he can put the ball at so many different angles and so many different places. So he's special, and we always pucker a little bit when we also have a quarterback that can run. So not only can he wing the ball all over the place and put it in spots, but he has over 600 yards rushing. So that's extremely hard to defend, and he's going to obviously prevent a lot, or create a lot of opportunities for his receivers. And they got 3 Division I offense with the receiver, and with Caden and Evan. So they're a very good opponent, and I think coming into the year. And I think if people making predictions, there's 4 teams left. I think a lot of people put these 4 teams in the final 4. So defensively for us, he's all over the place. So he's got such a trigger. He can go. He's so quick off the ball, and he can throw on the edge, and he's coming after you. So they're very well coached, and man, they're gonna create a lot of problems. They're a very talented team.
How do you can you compare Caden and Isaiah at the quarterback position of what they do?
Yeah, I think Caden can run. He's Isaiah. I think Isaiah is really accurate with the football. I think Caden may take a couple more chances, but Caden can also take off and go. And one's a right-hander and one's a left-hander, so they both are special quarterbacks. And the game is obviously the pros like to do this. It's Aaron Rodgers against Patrick Mahomes, but it's definitely not a quarterback battle. I mean, they know each other, they respect each other, and they know they're both talented quarterbacks, but they both do some things very well. And I take Caden just because he can run. That's special. He can take off and go. But I think Isaiah, his quarterback rating the last 2 years has been in the 120s, and this year's like 130. So Isaiah's dad's the offensive coordinator. So really, we have offensive coordinator brain on the field for us. Isaiah and him are on page the whole time. So it's they're both fairly talented. They both have cannon for a right arm and cannon for a left arm. So it's going to be fun.
You mentioned these are the 4 teams left standing. 3 of them are from the West. Is there pressure for you being the only team left standing from the Eastern Division?
No, no. And I'm from the East. I'm from Baker, so we're always the beast from the East. So we I don't think there's any pressure that way. I think our kids probably don't even think about that. I think we do as coaches, and I think there's only one left out of the 3, and there's been years where it's been flipped. There's 3 and 1, so
sure.
We don't talk about that early and think about that. But obviously we want to represent the eastern side of the state, and we're proud that we're still playing.
You do have one game before that potential, and I say potential rematch. Any thoughts on that yet?
No, not at all. And I think a lot of time you think about a next week's game, you'll be watching next week's game from, the television or your computer, or you'll be wishing you were in the next week's game. So not at all. And, because Helena High, I mean, they're so dang good. If you think about anything next week, you're done. So, they're our main focus, and man, they're a good football team. So nope, not at all. Okay. Friday night, and after that, we'll see what happens. Yep.
I got you. I love the coach speak. I love it all
Yep.
the time. Speaking of coach speak, is Dickinson or Valley City State going to make the playoffs this year?
Dickinson. I'll give you coach speak on that. I'll go right out and say Dickinson.
That's just family love there.
that is, and but also I don't know if Valley City's been in much the last 3 or 4 years. So those are games that if you have a 100-mile-an-hour wind in some direction, and it's the temperature says 50, but the wind chill's about 40 below, and
right.
You're one of my people that are so bundled up, and I've seen those games where you win the toss and you take the win. So yeah, I'm going with Dickinson on that one.
Okay, I mean, you've got a pretty good. I mean, we have always talked about the family, but all 3 are still standing, so that's not too shabby.
Well, Billings Central got beat last week.
They did. That's right. I didn't want to bring that
and
up.
They're a really young team, and Jim said they're playing with house money last week, and, they only have like 5 seniors on that team, so they're pretty happy with their season.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I had the mistake with Laurel, which you never want to do with Billings Central and Laurel.
Especially them. Yeah, especially them.
Well, you're the only one left standing, like I said, though, in Billings that has a helmet sitting in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. So,
Yep.
you know, I have the Missoula Sentinel helmet because they were second to give me one, Coach Oliver, and I know, you know, it's a long way off, but there's a potential that I could line those helmets up again next week behind me.
That'd be cool. That would be great. Yeah.
Well, I've got the Helena High and West helmet sitting behind me right now, so.
Cool. That's right. That's good.
By the way,
good program.
Yes, they are. Lots of tradition. I love it. It's fantastic. Hey, appreciate the time. I know you got to run to practice and get ready for that, but hopefully we can chat next week. And if you get the win over a very, very good, like you said, very solid Helena High team.
Yep. Anytime. If we're moving on, be happy to talk again. That'd be great.
That is Rob Stanton, the Billings West coach, joining us. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. It'll be a good game Friday night down in the Magic City at Dale Stadium. West, Helena High. Be fun. And I think Rocky Erickson will have that call for you down there in Billings. So you can listen to one of the best in the state for sure, maybe the best in all the state. Rocky Erickson will have the call of your West Helena High game. All right, quick break. We'll come back. You got your Montana Rodeo Roundup coming up. And on this day in history, we'll walk it off and more next. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Fall is officially here, and now's the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, It feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Our friends in Victor getting on board. Check them out at montanacustomloghomes.com. But I'm telling you, amazing family service and family. You know, that's what we really have a lot of fun with here and appreciate about our sponsors. They're family operated. And they're just amazing. Art and Robin Turner have assembled the finest craftsmen in the Bitterroot for some of the finest log home companies that have ever existed to ensure a unique set of skills for each and every project that they craft, from small weekend getaway cabins to executive homes, large lodges as well. Montana Custom Log Homes has over 50 years combined log home experience behind them to make sure your dream log home is a reality. They're committed to building you the finest log and timber frame structures in the world and crafting homes that last for generations by offering 3 distinct types of log home constructions to cater to your preference, your budget requirements, and your choice in details and craftsmanship. They strive to ensure your dream log home is attainable. Check them out, montanacustomloghomes.com, Montana all spelled out. All right, let's do your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is presented by Mark Laro Photography, and Lisa Lockhart has had such an amazing career. We love her. We claim her, even though she lives in South Dakota now and has for a long time, but she went to Circle. She's from Montana, and will be headed to Vegas for the 15th time for the Wrangler National Finals coming up in a month. But the Cowboy Channel is... made an announcement with the Western Horseman that Lisa Lockhart's horse, Louie, has been honored as the Barrel Horse of the Decade by the Western Horseman, which is pretty cool. Lisa and Louie made 85 runs at the National Finals Rodeo. The first time was in 2010, the last in 2019. They won average titles together in 2014 and 2016, multiple round wins, and won a lot of money together. Louie's been retired for a couple of years now. Lisa's riding Rosa and Cutter. And those will be, Rosa will be the main one that she will ride down in Vegas. But what an honor by Western Horseman claiming Louie as the #1 barrel horse of the decade. That says a lot, because there's been some hellacious animals in the bull barrel racing. But man, congratulations to Lisa and Louie. We talked about it yesterday, but Jose Vitor Leme, the PBR world champ. I mean, dude had an amazing year. Seriously. And it was, I mean, the adjectives, the superlatives are just, there's not enough. Leme won in Billings at the Unleash the Beast Tour for the second straight year in May. Tied Justin McBride for the most event victories in a season with 8. Or he captured 8 during his championship season in 2007 with McBride. So McBride in 2007. So Leme with 8. Whoopa was the bull that he championship rounded on. And 98.75, which broke the record that they had a couple of months ago in July at 97.75. So a point higher. So those two have a pretty good, they like each other. Leme became the first rider in the PBR to ever be awarded a perfect 50. He went 6 for 6 at the World Finals, earned $1 million world champion bonus, $1,000 bonus at the event winner, and won $1.4 million overall. And man, and he's the second repeat world champ and the 7th multiple champ in PBR history because he won back in 2017. So let's see. Overall, 1.8 million this year in winnings. It's crazy. 5th all time now in the PBR with 5.11 million earned. And I don't know if we'll ever see another season like this. This is what the PBR released. Most round wins in a season with 21. Most 90-point rides in a season with 24. The first perfect 50. Highest mark qualified ride of all time, 98.75. And the most event wins in a season tied with 8. Amazing. Montanans, Chase Doherty, the former Bobcat, finished in 16th. He was tied for first after the first 2 rounds, but did not qualify right after that. Jess Lockwood, the 2-time champ, did not enter or was not participating because of injury. Dakota Lewis, Matt Triplett didn't qualify for the finals. And there you go. So, fun stuff. Fun stuff. If you need your engagement photos, senior pictures, you know what? Order your calendars now. MarkLaroePhotography.com. He's got some fantastic calendars out and about starting soon. Because they'll be you can order them now. They'll be available soon. They're fantastic. The landscape one with the Cowboys of Montana is my favorite. So, in fact, I think I need to change the calendar. It's November now. The one behind me, right there. All right, we'll get that done tomorrow. All right, if you missed earlier today, well, we'll talk about it here in a second. Let's do On This Day in History. On This Day in History is brought to you by Mountain Nutrition. And Mountain Nutrition has amazing teas and shakes, 21 vitamins and minerals in each, 3222 Centennial Drive. You can get the chocolate peanut butter shake, a Reese shake. Chocolate peanut butter Oreo is really good as well. The teas. My personal favorite right now is is basically with lemon, grape, and strawberry. It's pretty good. But metabolism booster in the teas as well. They come in 24 or 32 ounces. Mountain Nutrition. Check them out. Facebook, MTN Nutrition, and MTN Nutrition MT on the Instagram. They're right between BMC and Auto Concepts in Helena on Centennial. It is November the 9th. It is National Scrapple Day. It is Microtia Awareness Day, which affects babies. On this date in 1950, the White Sox released Luke Appling, who had been with the White Sox since 1930. 1961, PGA eliminates the Caucasians-only rule. 1982, Sugar Ray Leonard retires for the first time. 1984, Larry Holmes with a TKO of Bone Crusher Smith in 12 for the heavyweight boxing title. Also in boxing in 1996, Evander Holyfield knocking out Mike Tyson in the 11th round to regain the WBA heavyweight title, the second boxer after Muhammad Ali to win the heavyweight title 3 times. 2015, the World Anti-Doping Agency Commission report recommends Russian Federation be banned from athletics competitions for running a state-supported doping program. Happy birthday, Whitey Herzog, born on this date in 1931. It's a good day if you were a St. Louis Cardinal fan. Herzog, longtime manager of the Cardinals. Bob Gibson, born on this date in 1935, the Hall of Fame baseball pitcher. He died a year ago. And then on this date in 1953, KTVQ television, Q2 in Billings, begins broadcasting. So happy birthday to Q2 in Billings. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Okay, the walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. And gumbo, jambalaya, beignets, all sound so good, right? Stop in Cafe Zydeco. Get your fill of the best Cajun this side of, New Orleans. I love having Cafe Zydeco on board. All right, so if you missed earlier in the show today, I started off the show by getting something off my chest that College basketball season started today, according to everybody in the media. But really, college basketball started last month. In fact, Darren Winberg over on NBC in Missoula literally just tweeted, college hoops are back, although he spelled it hops. Lady Grizz hosting Northwest Nazarene. That was a minute ago. The season actually started, college basketball season started a month ago when the NAI started. And John, down in Bozeman at KBCK, John Miller, I love you, man, but yeah, we know, because I retweeted it, Kyle Hansen over there, too, in Missoula. College basketball starts today. No, it didn't. It started a month ago. And he's like, well, you tweeted it 10 times. Well, it was a couple, but whatever. Just, if you guys are going to be reporters, get the damn thing right. Basketball started a month ago in the NAI. That's it. It did. Montana came in right now, just now, 53 seconds ago on Twitter. College basketball is really back. Yeah, there's a doubleheader with the Grizz and the Lady Grizz today. Awesome. Bobcat men were on the road at Colorado. The women beat Carroll in an exhibition game. But Carroll basketball started a month ago. So did the Frontier. Like, just know your sports. You work in the state of Montana. There's 5 Frontier Conference schools in the state of Montana that have been playing basketball for a month. Know where you work. You cover them in football, why not cover them in basketball? Just saying. And that's actually 10, because there's 5 schools, there's 2 teams, men and women, so that's 10 in the state that started last month. But there you go. All right, what else did we miss today? It's really not that hard, people. Oh, I saw this. Okay, so, we all know Let's Go Brandon, right? Harmless, whatever. Well, the left is losing its mind over Let's Go Brandon. Like, well, you can't say that because it really means, F Joe Biden. And that's, Let's Go Brandon is hurtful, it's hateful. We can't be teaching our kids this. Well, what about this, Colbert Show? Literally tweeted out last night, Senator Ted Cruz, our show tonight is brought to you by 2 letters, just F-U. Well, how is that? How is that okay? But Let's Go Brandon is not. Maybe we should change it to Let's Go Colbert. How about that? Ass clown. So 2 things. 1, Let's Go Brandon. And 2, if you're a reporter, a sports reporter in the state of Montana, know that college basketball started last month. I don't care about the rest of the country. College basketball in Montana started a month ago. Get it right. And if you want to complain, call me out, and I'll school you, because I'll win this argument by showing you facts. Just literally Google any Frontier Conference basketball schedule. John, Kyle, Darren, Cayman, or however the hell you pronounce it. Just get it right. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, hope you had a good one. We had fun talking to Rob Stanton today, Clint Lang today. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. Tomorrow, Scott Evans, Helena High coach. We'll make predictions for the weekend. And also, That's What She Said, Alex Eshelman. This segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Love them. Check them out on the Twitter, or on the Instagram. They're not on Twitter. We'll see you tomorrow. Jason Walker Show. Have fun.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.